Tyler, what can you tell us about this latest announcement?
Yeah, hey, Scarlett. Well, you hit the headline there we got in this post on X from the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu instructing his military to immediately carry out what he called, quote, powerful strikes in the Gaza Strip. This marks the latest testing point for this U.S. brokered ceasefire deal in the region. The announcement was made shortly after Israel said Hamas had opened fire at Israeli forces in southern Gaza, and Israel contends that Hamas has been violating the agreement after it has failed to return all the remaining bodies of the hostages still in Gaza. 13 are believed to still be in Hamas's custody here, as Hamas has contended that they are having difficulty locating the remaining remains of these bodies due to Israeli destruction in the region. There are still big questions here about what this is going to mean when it comes to the ceasefire going forward here. Big questions that we've been trying to answer, including what the reconstruction of Gaza is going to look like and whether or not Hamas will fully disarm. Scarlett, this comes right after we just saw high-ranking U.S. officials in the region. Vice President J.D. Vance was there just last week telling Israeli counterparts that he knows there's still a lot of work to be done, but of course they are hoping this ceasefire holds. He was, as you well know, accompanied by those chief negotiators in this process, Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner.
And when this headline came out, we should mention that the Israeli shekel lost ground versus the dollar now up 0.2% versus that currency. Tyler, before we let you go, I know it's been a long day for you, a long evening for you. Give us the latest here as the president wrapped up his meetings with the Prime Minister of Japan, the new Prime Minister, and dined with business leaders, including those from the U.S.
Well, Scarlett, the underlying theme of today was a bolstering in the U.S.-Japanese alliance, but also a bid to counter China. If we look at all of the headlines that we got out of President Trump's expanded bilateral meeting with the new Japanese Prime Minister, it included Japan pledging to President Trump that it will boost U.S. military supply imports into the country. They signed a critical minerals deal as well as a memorandum of understanding when it comes to shipbuilding, all in a bid to counter China's grip when it comes to the market. We did get some more information, though, however, when it comes to Japan's planned investments in the U.S. This has been a critical point that we've been waiting for details on. President Trump, as you mentioned, hosting this reception with business leaders here, calling out his personal relationship with many of them, but all of them, that main theme, all of those executives in the room today represent those critical sectors, including energy, artificial intelligence, car manufacturing, all of those areas, Scarlett, that the U.S. has said they would like to focus on in a bid to counter China.